This is a little hybrid. It is Casey the Dream Hero here with He Bites, the last chapter. The last chapter, unless you want me to read the sequel, of course. But hey, there's a slight chance of that. I shouldn't get on to the Bill Cipher and Dipper one, but hey, um, sequel. If you want me to read that one, we can. No. Anyway, we're gonna jump right into this one with Jack's point of view. The first sign that something wasn't right was was when I woke up in a coffin. Luckily, I wasn't buried 6 feet under yet. I heard yelling, and then a bang followed by by whimpers of pain. I sat up, stressed, deciding to take my seat, to take my sweet time. You think I'll be a little more pathetic after coming back from the dead, but it was honestly just felt like a short nap. I looked over to see Mark drying Yami to the now lit fireplace. As much as I would love to see him burn and scream in pain, I knew that Mark wasn't thinking properly. Uh, Mark, put him down. I said, probably a lot slightly too casual than stern. He seemed to froze in place for a moment till dropping Yami, who looked at me with his mouth agape, like much like Angeline was from the other side of the room. I yawned, obviously not seeing why everyone was so serious over this. Mark turned around cautiously to look at me. Please tell me I'm not the only one seeing him there. He he whispered to no one in particular. Yami and Angeline simply nodded, affirming that they could see me. Y'all know y'all could always just touch me and check, I stated. When being charged over charging while being charged, I opened people was not good. I opened my arms for a hug. I was quite literally swept off my feet as Mark spun me around, causing me to giggle as he chuckled. I was lowered, so was at his leveled. So I was at his level, and he placed his lips sweetly onto mine. It was different, but in a good way. I could feel an actual sparkle and tingle as our skin touched, and just felt warm and content begin around him. Being around him. I need glasses. I don't know why I'm reading this. I need fucking glasses. Around him, not that I didn't before. It's just amplified now. I was feeling awfully tired, although. So when I slumped my weight onto him, he got a little concerned. Yeah, he needs blood now, Mark. You did drain him, Angela pointing out, finally coming back into reality. All right, Mark said. Oh, you're right. We went to the fridge and got out blood packets, throwing in my direction. I caught it and examined the liquid carefully. My arms seemed naturally drawn to how it sploosh in the plastic bag. Plastic bag. I opened it as soon as possible. It dripped on my tongue. I scrunched up my face. It didn't taste anywhere as good as Merc blood. In fact, it was a porcelain, pretty disgusting. I think my body was trying to reject it. Well, that's strange. That's really strange, Mark remarked, grabbing the bag from me. My blood, bitch. Think about it. Oh, you don't like my blood now? You don't like O positive? Really? No. No, AB positive? Oh, really? I'm coming up with numbers. You don't like Z positive? Z negative? Oh, really? Think about getting a whole argument. I'm just imagining two vampires getting an argument over that. Hey, honey, what you got? Do we have any O negative? No, but we have A positive. Oh, that's disgusting. What do you mean disgusting? I mean, it tastes like metallic and everything. You think O positive is better than freaking A negative? I just... I'm getting way too into this. I'm just imagining two vampire couple fighting over that. What do you mean you don't have any A positive? You go to a vampire Vonda. Sorry, we ran out of O negative last week. What do you mean you ran out? We ran out, but we do have B positive if you want that. No, I want O negative. Bitch, you don't have any O negative. You got B positive and A positive. What the fuck you want? Getting really wound up, Fane come out. I want fucking O negative. Everywhere I go, there's no fucking O negative. So, you know, I'm a weird person. Okay. Just a dream. Well, that remark grabbing, he's grabbing the bag for me. That's like, I sat down on the couch and looked to the moon. It was marvelous. It's beauty. It would be crimson red only in a couple hours. Jack, I heard someone call. I snapped out of my grabs and looked over to see Jack. Look over to see Mark, and Angeline looked at me confused. Sorry, spaced out a little, I said awkwardly. Well, if you're going to reject human blood, the next logical thing would be vampire blood, Mark said. He placed his wrist in front of me, and my instinct told me not to bite him. I don't really think I should bite you, I said, looking back to the full moon outside. Mark was about to protest, but Angeline stepped in. No, Mark, he's right. He was bitten by a werewolf and suffered through that chain, so he's going through the vampire vampirism transformation. I think he's a hybrid. Angeline said in amazement. Angeline, that's impossible. It's never happened before. The counselor is going to be all over him, Mark pointed out. I just sat there blankly not understanding what was going on. I shrugged, deciding this was their conversation and not my own. I walked around them, made my way to the window side. I wasn't sure. I found myself so amazed by it. but I frowned when my breath fogged over the glass. I got way too riled up over the thought. I just wanted to smash the glass and watch it break, and I blinked and took a breath. Calm the fuck down. Just calm the fuck down. That's me when I'm about to get in a fight, be honest. Calm the fuck down. Just calm the fuck down. This bitch ain't worth it. She don't got new weaving. Easy to pull out, but calm the fuck down. I get mad easily in many different situations. So I thought to myself, my eyes landed on the door that led me to the backyard. I looked to the living room to see Mark and Angeline still in deep into their conversation. I'm sure they wouldn't mind me skipping out for a little fresh air. Once I got out the door, I took a big breath of the fresh air, enjoying the cool feel to my skin. I jumped around and rolled into the tall grass, enjoying how it tickled my eyes landed on a single firefly and began to pounce for it. I tried clasping my hands, but whatever I did, I wasn't able to catch it. When I missed for the 50th time, I was surprised when an animalistic growl escaped me. I watched as the firefly flew away into the night. It began to stretch my arm, and I remember when Mark did this. Remember when Mark did this? I remember when Mark did. Did it only when he was hungry. Oh, okay. I remember when Mark did this. He only did it when he was hungry. Maybe I should go and ask for something to eat. Then again, I wouldn't want to disrupt their conversation. Maybe I could find some vampires. Maybe I could find some vampires on the street to help me out. I jumped over the fence and began making my way to the college campus. Surely Mark wasn't the only vampire in this area. As I walked around the campus, I turned around to see none other than a headmaster's son. "What are you doing here?" he asked in a mocking tone. "Just filling myself up with memories. I suppose it's quite lonely at night. It's quite lonely. It's a quite lonely night to be out, don't you think? The moon looks really nice tonight as well, I suppose. Looking at the moon as I mentioned it." Yeah, whatever. You've been expelled. Neen. You shouldn't be here," he said. He was starting to get on my nerves. It's free country, and it's free country, you bitch. "I do have the right to be here," I stated, simply looking at him. "Yeah, but that doesn't mean anyone wants you here, so scram," he said. I growled, not enjoying his orderly tone. I picked him up off the ground with ease. "Who the hell you think you're ordering? You are ordering. Oh my god, that sounds so wrong. Who the hell do you think you are ordering me around?" I said, smirking at the mix of shock and fear that displayed onto his face. When I heard his heartbeat, my eyes went to his neck. I could see every single artery. Maybe I just needed fresh blood. I was about to go in, but was pulled back into a tight chest by pulled back into a tight chest by my wrist, causing me to let go of the bully. Just think about it. You're about to be in and everything out of nowhere, just get pulled. It's just like, son of a bitch. You goddamn, you played yourself. You played yourself into a tight chest, flanking by my wrist, causing me to let go of the bully and watch him run away. You shouldn't run off like that. You still aren't Fred, he whispered. I simply hummed, enjoying being this close to him. Well, I think you're much more special than I thought you'll be. I mean, sure, you're always special to me, but now you're special to the world. I can't say I'm a fan, though. Fan of that, though. I don't want to share you. Don't want to share you. Oh my god. I don't want to share you. So I want you to make a promise to me. One that you'll keep, he said. Alright. Well, that promise to me. What promise would that be? I asked you, only drink my blood, no one else, just mine. Just like you're only how come that's very difficult? You're only to drink my blood, no one else, just mine. Just like you are only mine and I'm only yours, he said. I smiled. It wasn't a hard problem. It would be much better than having to go out of going to feel the guilt of killing people. I knew I wouldn't kill him just like he could have killed me. Alright, I promise. Alright, I promise, I said. He smiled and a bit onto his wrist, offering me it to me, and I gladly accepted. It was much better than blood in the pack. I gave a sigh of relief when I was satisfied. I looked over to Mark. He chuckled. He licked the drop that had escaped my lips, causing me to blush. Wow, he whispered, marveling at my eyes. What have you ever seen my eyes before? I go, no, I've seen them ocean blue, but I never seen them gold and the other one crimson. Gold? I never seen one gold and the other crimson. It kind of suits you, he chuckled. As I literally panicked. Don't worry, it's not permanent. I'll teach you how to control it when I teach you about powers, he said. I nodded and smiled. Nothing could possibly ruin this moment. Then the ripping pain coursing through my body. I grunted as I fell to my knees, grabbing the ground as the pain continued. Bone after bone began popping out of their sockets, causing me to scream. Mark picked me up and ran into the forest, considering that we were in the middle of the campus full with young adults. He sat me down forward as I whimpered and screamed some more. My screams were turning more and more into growls as I looked to Mark, desperately for help. He gave me an apologetic look, and before I knew it, familiar spearsman was beside Mark. Alright, Jack, you probably hate me right now, but you're a werewolf too, God, Alf. Alright, Jack, I know you probably hate me right now, but you have to listen to me. It'll ease the pain if you don't fight it, he said. Considering that he was a werewolf with experience, I went with his advice. It did ease the pain, but it still hurt. It hurt like a bitch. Oh my god, really? Let's go through the most awkward part. Let's go through the most awkward part, like sprouting a trail of, or getting a bloody nuzzle. Sprouting a tail, or getting a bloody muzzle. Okay, there you go. When I finally seemed it to be over, I was on all fours looking to Felix gasping at me. That's a big ass That's a big ass wolf. Mark chuckled, grinning from ear to ear. It was strange to be a pet, but it was the feeling of his hands on my fur. Oh, neck. I'm just kidding. Neck? Is it Neku or Niku? There's a lot of things sprouting in my mind right now. I know people made fan fiction about one of them being half human, half cat. So I don't know. Neku. Who knows? Wait. Okay. All right. That's a big ass wolf. Mark is grinning ear to ear. It was strange being a pet. To be a pet, but the feeling of his hands on my fur. Okay, yeah, that was just weird. I leaned onto his touch completely, ignoring his fears. Felix before he changed. He was about a foot shorter. About a foot shorter than I, and I chuckled internally as I pushed him over with ease. With the Russian knife was me and Felix playing around as Mark watched with a smile. Let's just say I had a blast. Morning came along and I woke up on the couch. Felix was on the carpet, making me laugh. We must have ended up here. Mark was on the armchair, smiling as though. Wait, he's naked? He's naked? Okay, I had a blast. I had a blast. Morning came along and I woke up on the couch. Felix was on a carpet making. Felix was on a carpet making me laugh. We must have ended up here. Mark was on the armchair, smiling though as he threw me some boxers in his shirt. I slipped. So he's naked. He has to be naked. I slipped it on and got a hug to him. Why did my voice just go to a hug? I just got a hug to him. Got up and hugged him. I love you, he cooed happily. I love you too, I replied, giving him. Angeline gave as we pulled away. Alrighty then, your first official day as a supernatural, ready to start training? Mark asked. I chuckled and nodded, and with that, we ended up going to the forest, running at super speed. It wasn't easy as Mark made it seem. I constantly found myself running into trees. Just think about it, like you're going fast on a bike and everything, but like all of a sudden you get stopped by a rock and you flip over. Think about getting face planted with a tree. You know? Just like, it's like, holy shit. Okay, I'm fine. You know, after a couple of hours, you get a concussion. Needless. I constantly found myself running into trees. Nevertheless, it was fun just to get just to just good around the mark all day. However, I knew although we were having good times, bad ones were ahead. But I was sure that with Mark, we could power through it hand in hand. The end, or is it? You know, that is the end of September, or is it? You know, you never know. You just never know. But that is the first book of September, fanfic, He Bites. That was the honor, reading it to you guys, even though sometimes it seems weird just to talking to your phone all day, making corny jokes and shit. You don't know how many times I had to redo certain chapters because when there's too much stuff going on in my house, or else the TV was too loud. And, of course, in the beginning, you could hear the TV so much, but now I'm just comfortable with my voice enough just to be sitting here with silence, and just letting you hear my voice, I guess. But, another chapter of Bill Cipher and Bill Cipher. What the fuck? Not Bill. No, yes, it is Bill. Bill Cipher and Dipper Pines. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know their ship name. I don't know how to pronounce their ship name. I'm not even going to try to pronounce their ship name. Just going to say those two individual all the fucking time. So, this Casey's Dream signing out. But like I said, if you want me to read the sequel, comment, like the video, comment, say, hey, do the sequel for us, please, I'm glad that I got to do this for you guys, but, I'll probably do more September books at your request and at your, leisure. At your leisure, even though that ship has crashed and sailed since both of them got. I don't want to. Both of them got girlfriends now. And what's the other one's name? All of them are YouTubers, and I only know of the two boys. That's weird. That says a lot about me. I usually mainly have boy YouTubers. That says a lot about me, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, it's Casey the Dream signing out. Love you lots. Bye bye.